Jenny moved away, and I didn't know how to feel about that. And I came last month for the shower, and I met all you wonderful people, and I met Pam and Mike, and just felt so comfortable, and I'd only just met you. And I went back home, and I had peace in my mother's heart, because my little girl is in a place where she can grow and be loved and be nurtured and be safe. And I'm so thankful to every one of you.
Amen. Because
I had peace in my heart that she was going to be all right.
The club.
Well, I have so many stories of Miss Jenny as a child.
Well,
These are the ones I'm scared of.
before Phil goes, that's Phil and his lovely wife Brenda. They are
My other parents.
other parents, basically, and Brent, all that stuff.
We met
Keep
the
going.
Van Sickler clan, Jenny. I have a favorite story.
I was 2.5.
They came to our church, and I didn't know her. I didn't know them. They were relatively new the second time they were here, and little Miss Jenny Joy came running into me, bounded up into my arms, and that was the beginning. Yes, she did.
Yeah.
And then one of my other most favorite memories of Miss Jenny is we were spending a Christmas together, and we got her a little My Little Pony toy, and she was so excited to see the toy, and she turned the back of the box over, and there was a coupon for another one, and the toy went elsewhere, and all she could talk about was the coupon.
Yep.
We have lots of those memories, and Nick, I've only heard the things that Miss Jenny has told me about you, but they've all been good. And just so you know, I'm the enforcer. I'm the enforcer of the family, so you better live up to what you're supposed to, or I'll be there.
Between the enforcer from Chicago, and the father-in-law from New York,
Oh my goodness.
you live up to it.
Yeah.
Efforts like
He doesn't stand a chance.
So I just wanted to add that Jenny has been like a daughter to me, and I just love her so much. I'm so happy for you that you found the man of your dreams, and I wish you the best. And don't forget about us. Keep in touch.
Amen.
Okay? I love you.
flies.
This is to Nick and Jenny and new family.
Amen.
I
got it.
It's his speech.
Thank you. The first time that I'm Brent, by the way. The first time I saw Nick, it was when he was graduating. They paddled the graduates up front when he was going to Raymond. I had never met him before that, I just saw him. I actually got to know Ryan before I got to know Nick. So it was always, oh, Ryan, you got a brother? Why is Nick? He's like super cool, and like, who is this guy? He's at Raymond, you know who he is. Then when he came back, it was like, oh, this guy's pretty sweet, So then we started hanging out. I mean, we could just come over and we'd watch TV or just hang out and talk, and I mean, our friendship grew from that. And I'm gonna jump into what Mike said. I never thought he would be married before he was 30. He had like 4 girlfriends before Jenny, 3 or 4, something like that. And I'm like, everyone didn't last. And it's like, this guy is never gonna get on Mike and Pam's house. Never. I'm like, I feel so sorry for them. I'm like, he's never gonna move out. And then Jenny came up for New Year's, and it was kind of like, oh, who's this? She came up, oh, hey. And I kind of went like, I was like, hi. Like, I barely met her then. And then it literally was.
Did I even meet you?
I think I might have went like, hey, and that's it. Maybe.
I think I more met you.
Probably.
It's his speech.
It's his speech, Jenny.
Yeah.
She's hijacking people's speeches.
Zip it.
Don't get up to pee.
And then it was like,
No, that's for
she
the
came up for
mom.
New Year's, and oh hey, we're gonna get married. What? I'm like, and I was too excited for Nick. I was like, I never would have thought that would have happened. And then one of my favorite memories with Jenny so far is when Ohio State beat Oklahoma. I had to throw that in there. But really, Jenny, I have 5 other brothers and sisters. I have an older brother, and then me, 2 younger sisters and 2 younger brothers. And Jenny feels like the older sister that I never wanted. How I interact with her, she feels like my older sister, and I'm like, Jenny, stop it! Just leave me alone. So that's how I feel. Exactly. So that's kind of how I feel with Jenny now. So now I feel blessed to know Nick and now know Jenny, and I know God's gonna bless your guys' marriage. Amen. And I just can't wait to see where He leads you. And I'm just blessed and thankful that you chose me to be part of your day and that I'm in your guys' lives. So I actually left my drink over there. But cheers, Nick and Jenny, guys.
Amen.
With a hug to my lady. Because this woman and I have been through hell and back together more than once.
We really have.
Not to, say hell in church, but it's a place. So, my name is Wraith. You don't know me. I live in Tulsa. Jenny and I have been friends for 7 years. We met on New Year's Eve, 2 days after she was
Like a week.
Okay,
after.
like a week. Like a week after she was in a horrible car accident. So that's how our friendship started. And we have cried together. We've laughed together. We've taken road trips together, brief ones. And really, no matter what was happening, I knew I could call her. She knew she could call me. Didn't matter if she moved to Owasso to get a tiny little house and was going to a different church and didn't see her hardly at all. Yeah. Didn't matter if my grandpa died and I was not myself and did not know how to handle it because he was like a father to me. She didn't try to push me. She was there for me. And I tried to do the same for her. And I actually knew Nick before I knew Jenny because we had class together at Raymond. I met Eliam in the registration line our first day. And I said, oh, you've got a big sister now, whether you want one or not. And so through Eliam, I had met Nick because we had class together. And he was a nut. Like, I remember my first memory of hanging out with Nick outside of class. He knows where I'm going with this. We were at Cheddar's. And they had steak knives in their silverware rolls. And he takes out the knife and he goes, I got a bigger one at home. I got a whole bunch of them. I got a ton of knives. So I've got an impression of this kid. So when she tells me she came up to visit Elliot.
Kid, yes. You were a kid.
Yeah, he was a kid at the time. She tells me, oh, so I'm seeing somebody. And I'm like, who are you dating? And why don't I know about this? Because, friendship, right? She tells me it's Nick, and I went, oh, wait, Eliam's Nick?
Well,
Not a thing.
oh, honey, yes, you were.
So that, like I said, we've been through how much together, and so she tells me she's with Nick, and I'm like, that's crazy.
What?
So I honestly was a little concerned because I knew him before he knew who he was in Christ. I knew him before he had matured from a boy to a man. So I'm like, I don't know about this guy. It's been a long time since I've seen him. Let me see how he treats her. Let me see how they interact together. And once I saw that,
2 months later.
it was perfect. Yeah, he came up for Valentine's Day.
And I got like a,
This is my speech, Jenny.
Go Ray!
At least you don't have to pee right now, right? She's always waiting for the last minute for that too.
Good for you,
So-
Ray.
and announcing it loudly.
Yes, always announcing it, apologizing for burping. That's our friendship. But yes, so I saw them together. I saw the way he looks at her. And I saw how she was completely herself with him. And I knew that it was gonna be just fine. So then I started getting excited about it. And then she left me and I was mad. But I knew she came here to be with him, and I get that. So I went back to excited. And the day's finally here. We've been ramping up to this for a long time. everybody has.
Yeah.
And we're just so excited that you two finally get to become one. And we're still us too, though. You're gonna have to deal with me.
Oh, yeah. Sushi dates over Skype?
Sushi dates forever to Nick and Jenny.
To Nick and Jenny.
That's true.
Just throw it together.
I love you, that was my
But,
brain.
yes. But to the bride and groom, first of all, Jenny, thank you for getting him out of the house. You go ahead and think that.
For real.
For real. Yeah, not like Raymond where you just left and then came back. And I just hope, I know that in 27 years, you are going to be to the point to where Mom and I are. Just glad.
Just glad to get rid of the kids.
Yeah, glad to get the kids out, but at the same time, looking forward to being together and not dreading the future.
No.
So, to Nick and Jenny, at least a minimum of 27 years.
Finally, found a man, and that man is going to make her happy. Because if he doesn't, he knows I have a small little bat that still works.
Yes.
Okay. Seriously, to the boyfriend bat became the fiance bat, and has been the husband bat already.
And still.
That's what I know. I aim for the knees.
Nice.
Yeah, because you want grandchildren.
Yeah. Continue to love each other. Continue to serve the Lord in all you do.
Yes.
And that's all I got to say. To the bride and groom. To be.
To the bride and groom.
To be.
Get back down the aisle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Ash.
As long as you're just alone.
Nick, you move the bucket over. Nope.